What are these guys doing? Why, they're playing the ancient Chinese game of Go, of course. Two players, black and white, take turns placing stones on the intersections, each striving to control more territory than their opponent. What is it about this simple, low-tech game without even a screen, internet connection, or friends list that keeps people playing it after thousands of years?
It's a very interesting game, very absorbing, and you can enjoy it on a multitude of levels. I really like the meditative nature of the game. We have terms like, this is an ugly move and stuff like that, and that expresses the aesthetic nature of the game. It's pretty competitive. You don't, but the competition is subtle. It isn't, like in a football game or something. It's real, much more, gentle.
Strategies, tactics, and attitude exactly it takes for your important element in your life. Exactly the same. So that's fascinating to me.
It's all about the community. I've met so many different and amazing people, and a lot of them are now my friends. And I think to myself, wow, if I didn't play this game, I would have never known these people. So for me, a big part of it is the people I get to meet.
It seems to attract eccentrics.
I have been a gamer all my life. I play all different kinds of games. I sometimes design games, but I think that Go is my favorite game of all time because it is the purest expression of just playing. I mean, it's partially competition, but it's also a shared experience because it's two people helping each other to get better. And I guess that cuts pretty close to the core of what games and fun are about for me.
Oh, well, the thing about Go is that it's always a challenge. So you never master it. And in fact, the more you know, the deeper the levels you can go to. So it's a very exciting game to study.
It's very mental, and just something about it. It makes you feel really good when you do well. You feel like, ooh, I'm really bad.
I grew up in, my dad's in the family lumber business, so I really like wood. And so there's this board that's totally square, and it's got all these wonderful natural grains in it. And then on top of that slam, you put a grid on it, like this abstract cultural thing. And then there's these stones, and they're made of shells, and they've got all these wonderful striations in them. And on top of that slam, you put this disc. And so there's this tension between nature and culture in just the whole setup of the game, and it's really pretty.
It fully engages you on all levels in terms of thinking. It engages your pattern recognition, it engages your conditional if-then analyses, and it's just more fun than anything except snowboarding, and sometimes even more fun than that.
I remember the feeling that I had when I crossed the finish line in Nome for my first Iditarod trail race. And it was such a mixture of positive feelings and emotions that's what I get out of Go, the same kind of sense of satisfaction. so many more permutations that you just can't forecast as you can in chess. You can read, 15, 20 moves ahead of time pretty easily when you get up into the expert and master levels. But in Go, it just takes you forever to learn how to do that. It's an ebb and flow, and you have to always have backup plans and alternatives to what you may think, because you never really fully anticipate what your opponent is going to do, particularly when you lose Sente.
Self-challenging, and it's fun.
I've always kind of liked logic puzzles and strategy games, but it's still puzzling to me a little bit what it is about this particular game that just kind of draws me in, so completely. I've never spent more money on any other hobby or pastime than this game. But I think it's the paradox of the game. It's so simple and yet so complex at the same time.
I'm a computer scientist, and it's rather like computing in that at bottom, in computing you got ones and zeros, here you got black and white stones. And yet somehow you put together these small pieces, these little rules, or these little, algorithms, and all of a sudden the complexity explodes in your face, and you can't understand it anymore. And
There you go. As many reasons as there are people. Let's play.